we are almost ready to welcome you to the Stat Partners family. In this training, we will go over the next steps of what to do to complete your appointment out and dropping off the patient's specimen. Here are some tips for after your appointment if you have any questions. We want to remind you of the importance of noting all the specimen tubes for the first one. It is a requirement all tubes are noted accurately. Please take the time to review and triple-check all tubes to assure accuracy. 2. If the patient has no requisition form, you can use a blank piece of paper in its place so the lab can know whose specimen is being received upon arrival. All you would have to do is write the patient name, date of birth, date of collection, and the patient's address. 3. If you weren't able to get the patient's whole specimen during the appointment, all we ask is you include details of the draw into your email when you send in the pictures, which we will go over next on what images. All we would need is just a narrative on the gauge of the needle, where it was attempted, and how many attempts we've made to include these in the clinical notes. Please note, no more than 2 attempts per arm. 4 attempts in total are only allowed. Also, the kits cannot be left with the patient and always have to be mailed in after the seal is broken, no matter what. No kits should ever be left at the patient's home after the appointment. Now for the pictures we have mentioned a few times that we need upon the completion of getting the specimen. These pictures are needed since you are out in the field by yourself, and we have to monitor everyone's work for clinical purposes. The first picture is the specimen tubes, filled if the full collection is made, or empty if no specimen was collected, showing all the tube labels so we can see the patient's name, date of birth, and date of collection on every tube. Any large labels wrapped around the tubes can be removed for better labeling of the tubes and pictures. 2. The patient's requisition form with the patient's signature. 3. The FedEx label that shows the tracking number so we properly note it for tracking purposes. 4. The kit ID number off the box from the patient. The kit ID number is under a QR code, which is a sticker on the side of the box. 5. The FedEx receipt showing proof of drop-off and to what location. If the FedEx facility doesn't give you a receipt upon drop-off, that is okay. All we need from you in your email is to mention the address of the location you dropped it off to, along with the date and time you were in the store dropping it off if there is an inquiry on the location of the specimen in the future. Here you can see some locations that would come up on Google as drop-off locations for FedEx. These locations are not authorized for specimens to be dropped off at and would cause the specimens to spoil. Regular FedEx locations that are a shipping and printing facility are the only authorized locations that can take these packages and handle them properly. These locations can be found on Google, but remember not to go to any of the previous locations mentioned in the last slide. Congratulations! You have finished this training and are so close to being done. Click the next button below to go to the next training.